Prosperity Party has been conducting its congress amidst the proliferation of internal and external challenges as well as unfavorable international challenges that could affect the development programs underway in the country. The party was formed and formally recognized by the National Electoral Board of Ethiopia in December 2019 through the merging of three Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front member parties, namely the Oromo Democratic Party, the Amhara Democratic Party, and the Southern Ethiopian People's Democratic Movement. The Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, which had been the dominant party in the former Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front-led government for 27 years, rejected the merger and formation of the Prosperity Party. TPLF immediately escalated its animosity to the Prosperity Party, presenting present danger on the country by attacking the northern command of the National Defense Force in November 2020, which led to the conflict in Tigray. Between 2016 and 2018, Ethiopia experienced a nationwide unrest and a total political crisis that eventually led to the resignation of the former Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn. Later on, it was revealed that there had been a battle between the reformist group in Ethiopian People Revolutionary Democratic Front and those who advocated for maintaining the status quo both in the front and government offices. The demands the widespread protesters urged a comprehensive reform in the country, culminating in the dissolution of the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front and formation of the new party, Prosperity. After Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed took office on March 27, 2018, he paved the way for the formation of the Prosperity Party. Over the last 5 years, the Prosperity Party conducted multifaceted reforms that were essential to help heal the wounds which resulted from the reign of TPLF-led government over 27 years. High-ranking TPLF officials, with whose order thousands of inmates were tortured and mistreated in the dungeons, specially prepared detention centers, were provided with amnesty. Reforms were also conducted in the legal systems of the country to enable the citizens to exercise their democratic and human rights. The government was organized in a gender-sensitive manner in which women constituted half of the cabinet. Under the leadership of the Prosperity Party, the government launched a homegrown national economic plan which geared towards the socio-economic development of the country over the next 10 years. Despite the multifaceted war waged in the people and government of Ethiopia, the country continued to play a leading role in Africa in its peacekeeping missions in the continent. Moreover, the leaders of the country conducted diplomatic campaigns to brief the international community about the realities in the country, including the belligerent nature of TPLF. Ethiopia fought off the danger that it was facing by the proliferation of COVID-19 and managed to assist the world and Africa by transporting preventing materials and vaccines through its national carrier, the Ethiopian Airlines Group. This year, too, the party has carried out its annual congress, with various sister parties across the globe taking place. At the opening ceremony, the president of the ruling party and the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed remarked the political history of Ethiopia is closer to 60 years that has been embedded with wrong beliefs in a single party.
በኢትዮጵያ የፓርቲ ፖለቲካ ታሪክ በጣም አጭር ነው።
In Ethiopia, the history of party politics is very short. It has a lifespan closer to 60 years. In the last 60 years, all the challenge that we have not been able to transition emanates from the wrong belief that a party could bring about the reform and realize the reform as well. Creating reform without the realization of skilled reformers in a party will not sustain the party for long. Creating a reform is not all about speaking the challenge about the existing system. Rather, it calls for emanating solutions. There are so many backward procedures and practices that it wants to deconstruct. However, it doesn't only deconstruct it, rather wants to develop it in an excelled manner. It's not deconstructing Piazza, rather constructing it in an excelled manner of which Prosperity Party is known for.
Prime Minister added that the core of the party is idea and principle of which Prosperity has been founded.
የአንድ ፓርቲ አስኳሉ ሐሳብ ነው።
The core of a party is idea. A party without a developed idea, though it is able to demolish everything and create anything it will have trouble to realize and lead to reform it has brought it. Prosperity Party in the history of Ethiopian politics is the first to dwell on an indigenous idea. The very disappointing fact is that When Prosperity Party comes with synergy, which it has touted to be the perfect medicine for Ethiopian politics, still for the last 6 years, we have not seen a single person, group, and party with alternative ideas despite accusing the party. For we know the challenge that we have faced through copied ideologies for the past years. I would like to express the party's readiness to learn from the competing parties if they come with alternative ideas based on the Ethiopian ideology.
Held at the historic Adwa Victory Memorial Museum, the Ethiopia's ruling Prosperity Party Congress serves as a dynamic platform for representatives from diverse political backgrounds to engage in meaningful discussions. This gathering transcends local agenda, reflecting a robust continental desire to cultivate cooperative relationships among African nations and beyond. Despite facing challenges in recent years due to historical injustice and governance issues, the Prosperity Party is committed to positioning itself as a unifying force that drives economic growth for all citizens while ensuring regional stability and peace. This event showcases a commitment to Pan-African solidarity as various African parties unite to express unwavering support for Ethiopia's Prosperity Party in its mission to secure continental peace, regional integration, and prosperity. The overwhelming support from the African political parties underscores the continent's dedication to the principles of self-determination and mutual support. The Congress of the Prosperity Party is not just an event, it is a monumental moment for Ethiopia and the broader African political landscape. It reinforces the necessity of unity, cooperation, and shared objectives as fundamental to tackling challenges and achieving sustainable growth. These gatherings, as African nations navigate complex socio-political landscapes, the solidarity demonstrated among political parties at this Congress is essential for shaping a resilient and thriving future for the continent. The necessity of the collaboration is also emphasized to overcome the multiple global challenges ranging from climate change to security.
This gathering is more than a mere political congress. It is a celebration of our shared commitment to progress, unity, and development. It also reflects the profound friendship that exists in between two great African nations, Nigeria and Ethiopia. Nigeria and Ethiopia have enjoyed a long-standing and historic relationship rooted in mutual respect and shared values and common aspirations over the years. This bond has been cemented through various forms of cooperation in diplomacy, trade, and cultural exchange. Similarly, our political party, the APC in Nigeria and the Prosperity Party here in Ethiopia, share common goals and visions. Both parties are deeply committed to uplifting our people, ensuring economic growth, inclusive governance, and building prosperous future for our nations.
I am convinced that the discussions taken following this event will give a powerful impetus to the further development of Ethiopia, as well as strengthening its position on the international arena. Our countries are bound by long-standing and strong ties of friendship, which served a reliable basis for active political dialogue, as well as deepening businesses and humanitarian contacts. I am confident that mutual beneficial cooperation will continue to expand steadily in bilateral and multilateral formats, including through BRICS and Russia-African Partnership Forum.
Many of our liberation movements received generous material, moral, and diplomatic support from the brave people of Ethiopia. Our own liberation forces in Zimbabwe were no exception. Thousands of the Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army, Zanla fighters, received their military and political training here in Ethiopia. At the end of their training, they were equipped with the latest military hardware and weaponry with which to prosecute the armed liberation struggle. The epic victories by our Zanla forces in areas such as Mapai and Mavonde against the Rhodesian and apartheid combined forces was to a very large extent due to the generosity of Ethiopia and its people.
I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and my heartfelt thanks to the Prosperity Party leaders for their kind invitation and warm hospitality. I convey to you warm fraternal greetings from the Kingdom of Morocco and express our deep respect for Ethiopia's remarkable development and its commitment to fostering prosperity, unity at the national level under the leadership of Prosperity Party, and as well as cooperation and peace across African continent. Morocco and Ethiopia are two ancient African nations, proud of their history, which held high the values of Pan-Africanism since the 60s. The relationships between our two nations is rooted in mutual respect, fraternity, solidarity, mutual understanding, shared aspiration, and a long history of cooperation. We share a common desire to promote peace and stability in Africa.
Distinguished Congress delegates, on behalf of the leadership of the political party AMN-English of the Republic of Kazakhstan, I extend my best wishes to all members of the Prosperity Party on the occasion of its second Congress. By holding this Congress, the Prosperity Party is undoubtedly embarking on a new chapter in its history, defining the future trajectory of the country's development and strengthening the unity of the Ethiopian people. The Prosperity Party is addressing large-scale national challenges, building a modern and dynamic economy, ensuring sustainable social progress, and achieving remarkable success in fostering national harmony. I wish the delegates a fruitful discussion and implement all planned objectives and making offensive decisions for the benefit of the Ethiopian people. I am confident that AMN-English and the Prosperity Party will deepen their partnership, contributing to the further strengthening of Kazakh-Ethiopian relationship. Allow me to extend my congratulations to the founder and chairman of the Prosperity Party, the esteemed Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed. On the momentous anniversary of the party and his outstanding leadership, your political will and a visionary approach have made Ethiopia a prime example of how effective governance can overcome crises and lay the foundation for sustainable development.
All witnessed by this gathering, which is symbolic to the appreciation of the work you do with the party and the extended friendship and collaboration you have developed with our countries. Such leadership is commendable and exemplary for the all well-wishers of development, peace, and prosperity. Mr. President, before I deliver my brief remarks at this Congress, may I bring to your attention the message of peace, love, and solidarity from the chairperson of CCM and President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, who wishes members and leaders of Prosperity Party and Ethiopians under your able leadership, fruitful deliberation at this very Congress. Mr. President, in honoring your invitation, Madam Chairperson sent a well-deserved CCM delegation here, expressing our solidarity to our sister party and cementing our friendship and collaboration of the PP and CCM and the people of Tanzania and Ethiopia whom we serve. Mr. President, the solidarity greeting from CCM Chairperson carries the weight of the long-standing friendship and relationship between Tanzania and Ethiopia, built on a strong foundation of political ideological drawn from our central times and now in the current times of CCM and PP ushering in, with sharpened economic focus and people-to-people relations for the benefit of the two countries.
We were a lot talking about change happening in Ethiopia as well as in Addis. We really commend you for the radical and transformative progress taking place across Ethiopia. We witness the stunning modernization of Addis Ababa, a revolution in infrastructure as well as in urban development. Addis in the Simwa, Yabalade Addis Zare. But also, the rural Ethiopia seems flourishing through the experience we are having as well as progressing. Under your bold leadership, Ethiopia has rapidly emerged as a model of self-sufficiency in agriculture, achieving significant strides in food security and economic resilience in just few years. This is visionary leadership in action. Excellency, we also salute your courage and wisdom in addressing challenging conflict in the Tigray region through peaceful means.
On behalf of myself and my delegation, I want to thank you for the invitation and would like to express greetings and best wishes to the leadership of Prosperity Party on this occasion, which is set out to review the achievements of the promises made during the first Congress. This is the best and promising practice which you have adopted for the last 5 years since the coming into power of your party. This is a practice many political parties need to embrace in order to account for promises made to the people of their respective countries. In search for development and inclusive unity, Ethiopia has come a long way in the corridors of history. From Zaman Masafin to Yakuna Amlak, and from Menelik II to developmental estate of late Prime Minister Meles, and now to Dr. Abiy's Madabar reform, which has recently transformed Ethiopia's socio-economic, political, and physical infrastructure development beyond recognition.
The delegates further noted that the Ethiopia's Prosperity Party has adopted the best and promising practices during the last 5 years, and this is a practice many political parties need to embrace. In search for development and inclusive unity, Ethiopia has come a long way in the corridors of history. Citing the historical journey of Ethiopia, Prosperity Party has embarked on a massive works which have recently transformed the country's socio-economic, political, and physical infrastructure developments. The delegates expressed their commitment to extending cooperation and partnership in areas including investment, mechanized agriculture, construction of airports, ports, enhancement of river transport, cooperation and partnership on energy, electrification, and construction of hydropower.
May our nation continue to grow together, unite by a shared vision of prosperous and peaceful Africa. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thank you so much. Honestly speaking, Mr. President, when I came into Ethiopia, the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Agri received me at the airport. Today, for just 30 minutes, the Minister of Agri take me and go around and see the town. The development that you brought, wonderful. Nobody can do it that well. I will assure you, keep up and continue to do it.
The All-Russian political party, United Russia, strives for the consistent strengthening of ties with the Prosperity Party in the spirit of the Agreement of Interaction and Cooperation, date February 3, 2021, exactly 4 years ago. We look forward to developing a fruitful dialogue on a wide range of issues, including the fight against modern practice of neocolonialism within the framework of the movement for the freedom of nations. I wish you, dear Mr. Abiy Ahmed, and all participants of the Congress, productive work and further success and peace and prosperity for the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. With respect, Dmitry Medvedev. If you allow me, dear friends, just a few words on my own behalf. Thank you. Exactly 4 years ago, I've been here and I signed with my colleagues this agreement. And I can tell you that within these 4 years, your progress is visible and outstanding. That's true. You are on the right way. Let's go ahead. And good luck to the Prosperity Party. Long live Ethiopia, long live Africa.
I am, however, relieved that I'm not the only one who gets lost. Delegates who have spoken before me also testify to this fact, that they too get lost each time they come, not just to this beautiful capital, even throughout the country. It's a country-wide development of infrastructure, of facilities, and you can visibly and tangibly see achievements which have been made. It is therefore most appropriate and not an accident that this is the capital of the African continent. It's a capital that we can all be proud of, to say, this is our headquarters. Let me conclude by congratulating the Prosperity Party of Ethiopia for bringing peace, stability, and prosperity to this great and historic nation of Ethiopia. I have been questioning myself as to how it has been possible for Your Excellency and your leadership to achieve these remarkable successes. But I think I've got an inkling now as to how that has happened.
Africa's future depends on our ability to converge our efforts, harness our collective strengths, and pool our resources to tackle these challenges collectively. It is a future where Africa is no longer seen as a continent of challenges, but as a continent of opportunities, innovation, and growth. Between Morocco and Ethiopia, beyond economic ties, our nations share political vision of cooperation and partisan dialogue. In this regard, National Rally of Independence, my party, and the Prosperity Party can play a pivotal role as bridges and active contributors to strengthening relations between our nations. In the frame of South-South cooperation, this close collaboration can serve the broader interests of Africa by promoting values of friendship, goodwill, mutual respect, and contribute to fostering stability and promoting inclusive governance across Africa. Besides sharing experiences, exchanging best practices, aligning our efforts, it is through steadfast commitment to democratic values that we can contribute to prosperity, where the benefits of our progress reach all the layers of our societies. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reaffirm my party's commitment to working alongside the Prosperity Party as partners and as brothers and sisters in collective effort to contribute strengthening the bonds of friendship between Morocco and Ethiopia, to contribute building a brighter future for our people. I wish Prosperity Party all success and thriving future under your leadership, Mr. President, and for all of you, a very successful and fruitful Congress. Long live Africa, long live Ethiopia, and long live the friendship Morocco-Ethiopia.
Ethiopia's active role on the international stage and its peacekeeping initiatives make significant contribution to regional and global security. The Amanat Party of Kazakhstan expressed its solidarity with Prosperity Party of Ethiopia and stand ready for close cooperation in the name of global peace and prosperity. Kazakhstan greatly values its relations with Ethiopia. Our countries share common approach on many international and regional issues and uphold shares values such as commitment to peace, sustainable development, and social justice. We regard Ethiopia as a reliable and trusted partner and friend and keen to deepen comprehensive cooperation across various domains. Kazakhstan is ready to be a reliable partner for Ethiopia, strengthening collaboration on a bilateral level and within international organizations. The Amanat Party closely follows and deeply respects the achievements of the Prosperity Party. We are convinced that our parties not only have the potential to exchange experience, but can also work together to address global challenges such as climate change, food security, and sustainable development. I wish this Congress great success with wise decisions and new achievements that will mark another milestone in the history of prosperity for your great nation.
The solidarity greeting from CCM chairperson carries the weight of the long-standing friendship and relationship between Tanzania and Ethiopia, built on a strong foundation of political ideological drawn from our central times, and now in the current times of CCM and PP ushering in, with sharpened economic focus and people-to-people relations for the benefit of the two countries. All these times, our unity and solidarity is even more important than before, when the world is experiencing multiple global challenges, ranging from climate change to conflicts, food and energy, and security, which require us to work together and save our people and the planet. Mr. President, having won the July 2021 general elections, which gave the PP a landslide victory and a responsibility to form the government, is symbolic of the trust the Ethiopian people have in you. As much as we acknowledge your well-deserved victory, besides the challenges faced, we wish the continuing seeing peace and democracy reign in Ethiopia. Under your leadership through constitutional guidance, we have seen since your term started, and we have no doubt that this will continue, which also gives assurance to all Ethiopians will continue to enjoy a fast-growing economy. Mr. President, as I conclude, may I reiterate our commitment to support your government and your party as you discharge your governing duties, which are entrusted to you by Ethiopian voters and citizens. Under your leadership, under the leadership of Our Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, Tanzania will continue partnering with Ethiopia to address global challenges and foster economic development for the mutual benefit of our two countries. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you fruit deliberation and a very successful Congress. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
Today, more than ever, Ethiopia must continue to lead in driving regional peace and stability, economic transformation, stronger ties between nations around the region. To achieve this, trust is essential. Trust between our nations and countries, trust between leaders, trust between people. With trust, we foster deeper dialogue, cooperation, and opportunities for all. In the spirit of regional solidarity, we Djiboutian brothers strongly support and encourage the Prosperity Party's vision and leadership in launching the Ethiopian National Reconciliation Initiative. Ethiopia and the Horn of Africa are blessed with rich indigenous reconciliation tradition, including the Geda system of Oromo, the Amhara elders mediation system, the Somali Her Isa, the Afar Mada'a, as well as many, many more in Ethiopia and around the region. Let us therefore harness our shared wisdom and tradition to build lasting peace and unity from within. Ethiopia's stability matters to us all. Let me again emphasize, Ethiopia's stability matters. Ethiopia's prosperity also matters. Ethiopia unity matters, not only for you Ethiopians, but for all of us in this region. As we stand at a defining moment for our region, we must act together as one family with a shared and intertwined destiny. Let me conclude, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, with a powerful Ethiopian proverb I truly cherish. Dir biabir ambassa asir. Viva Prosperity Party, viva Ethiopia-Djibouti friendship, viva our relationship, our regional togetherness. I thank you.
During the liberation of South Sudan, I don't need to tell you that Ethiopia always stood with South Sudan. From the time of Emperor Haile Selassie, to President Colonel Mengistu Haile Mariam, to Prime Minister Meles, to Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn, and to our current Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, they have always stood in support of South Sudan, and we want to say thank you. Our relationship expands to a number of spheres, including the recent ratification of the Nile River Basin Cooperative Agreement, a cooperative framework by South Sudan last year. The educational program in which this year alone, South Sudan has received 632 scholarships from Ethiopia is a remarkable achievement. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we are also embarking on physical infrastructure development cooperation in the form of road construction, especially the Paluch-Pagag Road, which links oil production areas in South Sudan to Ethiopia. We would like to extend cooperation and partnership in the following thematic areas: investment on mechanized agriculture, construction of airports, ports, enhancement of river transport, cooperation and partnership on energy, electrification, and construction of hydroelectric power.
Under the leadership of the Prosperity Party, the unity and territorial integrity as well as the sovereignty of the country and its people were maintained through strong political and military leadership provided by the party. Various economic programs, including the production of a huge amount of wheat through lowland irrigation, is being conducted as part of the import substitution strategy and food security programs of the country. The Prosperity Party is the only party in the history of this country which has appointed members of the opposition parties as ministers of the federal offices as well as bureau heads of state governments, including Addis Ababa city administration. The annual Congress of Prosperity Party has been held in the most unprecedented period of the recent history of the country. Representatives of political parties from abroad and other invited guests have been attending the Congress, which would deliberate on a wide range of issues, including the appraisal of the party program, hearing report in a party life and other issues of national significance, among others, governance, democracy, economic development, foreign relations as well. The party is expected to also deliberate on a pro-poor economic development programs, peace and security, as well as measures to be taken to ascertain the unity of the country. This Congress may also set directions on the malpractices regarding the delivery of basic services and basic commodities to which the general public are expressing dissatisfactions. 15.7 million members. The Prosperity Party is the largest political organization in Africa. This party is expected to tackle drawbacks which the country has been facing, especially during the last 3 decades.